welcome. It is Jen Eden here. I am the founder of the Sugar Freedom Method. I am a health coach for about 20 years. Oh my gosh, this year. And I always say there's pretty much nothing that I haven't seen to date, that I haven't found some way to give some recommendations to help handle, alleviate, or in some cases, full-blown heal. So thank you for being here. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, but you've been following me a while and you find my tips and strategies helpful, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so we can stay in touch on a weekly basis. Okay, so this is a juicy topic today, and I get it actually more often. Women who come see us share this almost reluctantly, but look, it's the truth, okay? Our hormones start to change as we age, and with that, our sex drive changes. And so women say, like, Jen, what am I gonna do? Married, not married, partnered, single, right? Life is more fun with a revved up sex drive. And so I don't care, with all due respect, what experts and other people say, like, oh, this is just naturally what happens when women hit menopause and all this yada, yada, yada. It's the same thing they say about women around weight gain and aging. I don't buy it. And aches and pains. No, this is inflammation related. The truth is, I find everything going on, disease, dis-ease in the body is related to inflammation. So what I want to talk about today around sex drive are 3 things that I have found that very much affect the sex drive. And that is our sleep, high levels of stress, and sugar. Sleep, high levels of stress and sugar. So the thing about sleep is that it's related to stress and sugar. So I could do a whole workshop on sleep. Women who come see us are really struggling. Sometimes it's a few years, sometimes it's a decade or 2. They haven't been sleeping well. Look, we can't fix your sex drive if you're not sleeping, okay? The body repairs itself at night when we're sleeping. And I have to just throw this public service announcement in. Melatonin does not work for sleep. In fact, it affects the body's ability to produce melatonin, and it absolutely messes with it. So I know, because when I didn't sleep for an entire year, I did a boatload of research and I was like, oh my God, taking melatonin actually affects the body's ability to sleep. So please do not do that. But regarding sleep, I want to just put a pause there and say, great, sleep, okay, is one factor that affects the sex drive. Because if we're exhausted, there's no way we want to have sex, right? It's almost, that makes sense. When we're exhausted, we don't want to have sex. Our bodies are literally telling us we want to sleep. Now, stress and sugar. Here's the thing about stress. Stress causes cortisol, okay, which is the stress hormone, to be pumped out into the body. Cortisol causes inflammation in the body. It's like a feedback loop, true story, negative feedback loop, right? So when you have stress, you then crave sugar, yes, and alcohol, believe it or not, to calm us down. Now, in the Sugar Freedom Method, we work on how to naturally bring your stress down and your sugar levels without you saying no. Because when cortisol is high from high stress all the time, fight or flight, you cannot get off sugar and you will not be sleeping well. So they all kind of feed into each other. But for the purposes of today and educating you, number 1, I need you to figure out sleep. Number 2, I need you to figure out ways to bring your stress down. Look, stress a lot of times, I'm going to say it, is boundary related. Yes, we say yes to too many things that we should not be saying yes to. We feel bad all the time, shame and guilt, if we take time for ourselves. Okay, shame and guilt will absolutely cause cortisol to rise. Okay, we don't need those negative emotions in us. So you have to think about, for stress, it's not, people say, oh, just reduce your stress. Well, that's not very helpful. What I want you to think about is, well, where is the stress coming from? The root cause. Okay, the Sugar Freedom Method is all about root causes. And a lot of times for women, the root cause of their stress is boundaries, not being able to say no. And this inherited shame and guilt that just comes from our parents. God bless you, Mom. I come from a Sicilian background and Roman Catholic. So if anyone knows stress, guilt, shame, fear, that would be me. So I would like you to just start taking a look at your stress and where it comes from and reducing it, but not just because you're just meditating in the morning. No, it's because you're looking at your operating system and how many times a day you eat, talk bad about yourself, have fear, guilt, or shame, I need you to start reversing that, okay? That will help your sex drive. And then number 3, oh gosh, I'm gonna say it, sugar. I say it this way because, you know, just this morning I was giggling, like I was nibbling on, we have these delicious, one of my kids needs to be gluten-free. So we have these Bob's Red Mill protein pancakes. And I don't typically eat that stuff. I don't typically do it, but this weekend's been that for me. And then leading into the week. And so I had a couple of bites of the almond flour pancakes with some maple syrup, grass-fed butter. I ate probably 5 pieces. But I say it because it's everywhere, and unless you learn how to control it, that turns into a scone later, yes, turns into Starbucks at 3 o'clock to get through your day, and then it repeats the next day, right? The Starbucks or this protein shake, which I find a lot of times is loaded with hidden sugars. And then we wonder why our sex drive is off, and it's because we think we're doing the right thing. We're just having bites of things here and there, but we're having bites of things here and there every day, all day, and the body is loaded with sugar and highly inflamed. And when a body is highly inflamed, our hormones are greatly affected, okay? Which affects our what? Our sex drive. So today I want you to look at your sleep, your stress, and your sugar, and know that all these things they want to sell us will not fix the issue unless we at least start to address those 3 factors. So, as always, I hope this was beyond helpful. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would be honored if you would do that. And you can also always leave me a comment and I will answer it. All right, have an amazing day and I will talk to you soon.